Welcome back. You can't get rid of me. It's another episode of Techopolis 3. And last we left off, about a minute ago, we had just started the chapter 2, or, like it's calling itself, Hot Stone. We got ourselves stone gear and are about to enter machine frames. Simple machine frames that we could use for the cloche or ambient water collectors. So, let's go. First off, let's go ahead. What do we need for this? We need 2 wooden gears and it's actually super easy. Got 2 of those and boom. Simple machine frame. Just like that. Tech buck. So we can make a cloche, which I am assuming is seed stuff. Wonder how useful that's going to be. And an ambient water collector. Passively collects water at 1 millibucket per tick. Okay. Can I open... Whoa. Okay. Okay. The next tier of water generation is immersed in the engineering pump. This can be used to collect other fluids as well as water. If there's an infinite source of water, this will just keep pumping. Okay. I probably want to make an infinite source anyways. There's mechanism electric pump, as well as water. This an infinite source. This will just keep pumping. It can be improved with maximum speed up. It's produce a lot of water. Okay. That's a less information than I was expecting, but it works. I just need 2 floppers. Okay. Okay. I'm going to need a lot more stone, I think. Let's make, like, 4 of these. Need stone rods. And then these can be used to make floppers, but I need smooth stone for it. Okay. Shoot. So I need this out. I need to put this back. Okay. So that's the flopper. Flopper's gonna be stuck for a little bit. Let's put this here and just shove almost everything away. And then I want this. I don't care about that. Hold on to that for now. Sticks. Hold on to the tech box. You, and you too. Cool. Okay, so y'all are chilling. We can move over to the cloche then. That's also smooth stone. But I just don't have anything right now, do I? There's also upgrade bases for the cloches. That's also smooth stone. Wow. Okay, we are going to need a whole ton of smooth stone. Let me go ahead and smelt a ton up, and we'll be back. All right, I think that is an amount. Let's go ahead. I want to make a cloche. I think I want to do this first because I read it and it can be used to grow saplings and crops for you. So if we put this, I want to see how this works. So if we put this down, we need to put a soil slot in. Okay, so that would be a piece of dirt and grab a sapling. So dirt, sapling, and it's going. Oh, this is not off button. Okay, that I like. So it'll grow. Will it just give me wood, or will it give me like saplings and leaves too? I guess we'll find out. That's that. Canola obtained when breaking tall or short grass. Well, we should be able. That's hemp, wheat, melon, and pumpkin. Okay, that was one heck of a haul. Hey, canola seeds. Alright. And then canola, grow canola into canola seeds can be useful later. I'm assuming that's what we need for the main output upgrade. Makes the cloche produce more of its main output up to 3. Grows saplings wood. Growing saplings wood is its main output. Oh, growing saplings wood is its main output. Okay. And then no other drops. Removes all other drops apart from the main outputs. Example, saplings only drop wood. Oh, okay. That is good to know. It's also speed. Okay. Used to create upgrades for the cloche. Let's go ahead and do this. Upgrade core. It needs a stone gear, which we do have one. Is it, was it that? It was, okay. God, that's expensive. That is expensive. It gives me an apple. So speed, which is the total time to grow crops, up to 3 can be placed in the cloche. And it is stone gears. Jesus. Allows the cloche to obtain leaves from saplings recipes. Leaves can also be grown. Leaves can be grown? What do you mean leaves can be grown? Okay, that just gives spruce logs. Okay. Leaves can be grown? It needs 4 shears. Hold on. Oh. Oh. That's actually really, really good. Okay. What? Let's... Ooh. Ooh, I need more, dirt. Let's do our thing. Which, if our thing, by the way, is doing this. I believe this is just enough in our inventory to not run out in our offhand. But if you're worried, you can just do this. If you hit shift, it actually is faster for some reason. I'm not 100% certain why. You just hold right click and it just goes. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't working the way... It wasn't working that way for me at first. Anyways, that should be... Can I? No. So that's stone. If we put this in there, we can put half a stack in. Yes. And of course, we've got more of these, so I could... Let's make another furnace. It's gonna be our charcoal furnace. We could do... I don't think we need to do any of that for just now. Let's go ahead and focus now on the flopper, which I think we can make. Yeah, we can make. So that's a flopper. And then I know we'll probably want to make 2 more of these because, yeah, we need to make stone gear, then 2-in-1 makes the simple machine frame. And now this, so that's the flopper, ambient water collector. I do believe we needed 2 for that though. How many of these can I make? There we go. Make 2 of those. No, not 2. I need stone. Yeah, let's make 2. And then I need to make a flopper. And then I need 2 more smooth stone. That's fine. It's fine. Do I have F4? Darn. Maybe I do need to work on speed upgrades, who knows. But the flopper is going to be necessary. That's 2. I do need 1 more flopper after this 2. Grr. There we go. Ambient water collector. Now, if I just put this down... Yeah, it's just collecting water. And I know I'm going to want... That's fine. Let's put it right here. And then I can do a hopper down there. Yes. Or a flopper, as the locals are calling it. So that is that done. Now we do need to make a wooden mesh, which I believe is just sticks. It is. Get ourselves a wooden mesh. This, combined with another simple machine frame, is a strainer. Oh boy, do we remember strainers. Grab this. Oh, it's 2 per? Come on. It's 2 per. And it has a chance for sticks, apparently. Okay. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. Let's make all those sticks. Oh, we need 2 meshes. That's fine. Alright, so that's the strainer. Now... That's actually awkward. I'm gonna have to break this. I feel bad. But if I put that there, and then I'm gonna want trap doors. Around the edges. A flopper to go in. Oh, it's empty. Of course it's empty. Ah. And then... Let's see. Can I make another... Yes. The answer is yes. Do that. Do that. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do... Well, I can accept this stuff. I want another flopper. That's what I wanted. Which means I do need more stone. Let's pop that in there. That's fine. I think that's actually enough. Get ourselves... Oh. Let's grab that. That's fine. Make ourselves a stone gear, turn that into a flopper. Nope, I need this to be right in there. There we go. Now I'm gonna break these because I want this to make an infinite source. over right here, I think. Goodbye, cobblestone. Nope. There we go. So let's put that there. That should be fine. Now this does need another mesh. It wants me to get clay, which can be wooden mesh, dirt. More reasons to use my dirt, huh? There we go. They should not let the items be put in like that if it doesn't work, alright? Jesus. Alright, so that is some clay. That is some rocks too, apparently. Ooh, that is also that water done. So let's go ahead and put something here. There, put this here. Boom. Let's see. Cloche. We don't need cloche. We want strainers. So it's tier 1. We can get rocks, wheat seeds, clay, and sticks. That's okay. Clay is what we're going to want the most, though, because we're going to want to make... Yeah. Clay buckets, huh? Cool. Bricks. So we can make a brick furnace. Bricks. Ooh, shoot. Brick blast furnace. Glass. Strainer tank. Okay, yeah, let's get into this. I'm going to go ahead and smelt a bunch more stones and get more dirt going through here, and then we'll be good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the shear upgrade so I can get more leaves and probably a couple speed upgrades so we can get this going. So that way we actually have the dirt to put through here. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, we have 20 clay balls. Now, other than the fact that I realized that these need to smelt, I have 20 specifically so that we can make enough for the brick furnace and enough of the bricks for the brick blast furnace, as those are the next quests that we have to do. Now, since we are here, we can also make the unfired clay buckets. Let's grab one of these mini charcoals, pop this over here, and we can make ourselves a regular clay bucket. And I have my water collector and flopper in here, as we now have an infinite source of water. We don't need to worry so much about that. With the bucket, we can now... infinite water never sounded so good. Also have at least one speed upgrade in here, because... Wow. Does that take a lot? We're getting leaves though. Once we leave that around, we'll be able to make more dirt as we go. That, and as the grass goes on, I believe we'll be able to get animals. I think passive animals still spawn. But that will allow us to get things like leather, wool. I don't know if we need meat, but we'll take it. Let's see here. We've got our bricks. These bricks, when put into a furnace like so, this works as a normal furnace, if I read properly. So there isn't much we can do with this, but let's see here. Bricks, smelted clay balls, a cheaper to craft furnace, which, yeah, it's the same furnace, just cheaper. And then same thing with the blast furnace. A hotter furnace can be used to turn cobblestone straight into smooth stone, which is fantastic, but it also takes half as much time. which is actually, yeah, hold on. So the cobblestone can be smelted for 10 seconds in a furnace or a regular furnace. Now it can also be, for half the time, can also turn into smooth stone in the blast furnace. Now, it takes 10 seconds to turn to stone, and then stone is 20 seconds. That is a quarter of the time. That's... Oh. Ah. I like that a lot. Speaking of, I do actually need... Let's grab... I need more charcoal. That in there. Grab one of you, put you in there. Boom. Put one back in there, and then put the rest in here. Then 16. That works. So we can make ourselves another brick, and then with 2 more smooth stone, I believe. Yes. There we go. We can make ourselves... Oh, what is that? Brick smoker? Don't know what that is, but alright. Let's go ahead and put this right there. Perfect. Now, let's break this up. Before and there, before and there. And then I believe... Oh my god. Look how fast that is. I go straight to Smoothstone. That's so cool. Alright, glass. Glass can be made inside of a blast furnace, and it'll give us a clipboard. I'm assuming it is just sand, though. Wow, that is so fast. We're going to put all of those in there but one, because I'm going to use one for this. It is also fast. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Okay, that's glass. What can we do with glass? It's a technium part. Okay. Strainer tank. Stores fluids for the strainer to use. Requires 8. Are we talking like we can like put it right here, fill it with water, and then we don't have to have the trapdoors? Is that what we're talking about? Because that would be really cool. Basic mechanical pipe, some fluid transport. Okay. Okay. Figure to use connect or disconnect pipes, as well as set inputs and outputs. Alright. Simple item transport. We're getting transports already. Used to store fluids, but can also fill buckets. Oh my gosh. We are already working on like transportation stuff. I want to test this. So if I take the water out, I put the strainer tank. Oh my god. That is the best. Oh, but then I can't. Oh, okay. If I break the strainer tank, it drops the strainer tank, and it clears. It does not. It retains the water. That's so cool. Okay, so then there's nothing stopping from doing that. solved. Okay. I don't think there was a Strainer tank last time I played with these. Okay, that's big. I like that. I like that a lot. Basic fluid tank. I don't need this here, do I? Because I could just... What is this? 3 Strainer tanks? That's not terrible. Okay. Let's... Yeah, no, let's go ahead and get all of this completed. And then we'll be done with, like, chapter 2, roughly. Wow. Granola for the main upgrade. No seed upgrade, main output. Okay. I think I'm okay with not doing these, but let's go ahead and do these. That sounds about right. That's on par. Bricks. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. And then, oh, okay. Let me collect some more resources again, so we can complete those. And oh man, we're gonna be swimming. We're gonna be swimming so much. All right, I've got 24 clay sitting in here. This is going to be needed for the basic logisticals transports. Slag bricks. That's good to know that I can use slag for bricks. I'm assuming those are universal. Anywhere that bricks are used, yes. And they actually look nice too. Ooh. I actually kind of like that better than the regular bricks. Let's see. I do have some smooth stone. I do want to get some additional smooth stone though. Put that there. All right, so we can make a configurator. Done. We can make a basic mechanical pipe. Getting 16 for this is actually really good. Strainer tanks. Make 3 of those. So we can make a basic fluid tank. Now, this is where I look at this and say, oops. Because I'm just going to put that down. And then I believe I should be able to do this. Yes, there we go. That is going to be a much better way of having infinite water rather than just having an infinite pool. That and I could just pipe everywhere from that. Granted, I don't need to put water into this, I don't think. That's going to be very, very nice. Gives us some of that. Basic logistical transports. This is what we need this for. That's going to take forever still. And what is this? Craft with any block near crafting window and cover the loose pipes. Oh, I need dye and wool, huh? Okay. Do I have... I would need... that. And then I have the poppy. But we can go in here and say... do those... Do those give dyes like normal? I'm not sure. But I'm gonna grab one of those anyways. And then I'm pretty... Oh, that's just one. No. Why? Why have you forsaken me? There's one more dandelion and another poppy. It's fine. And then I can do this. And then what? Do that. Now I can hide my facades in cobblestone. Can I, hold on. Can I change this to anything else? I can. Okay. I actually like that a lot. Okay. Okay. That's... I haven't messed with facades, but that might actually... I might actually use those. I kind of wish I had access to that in Private Factory. That would make things a lot simpler. But let's go ahead and make basically logistical transporters. That is now items, right? Yeah. No reward for that one. That's okay. This is Hotstone basically complete. We'll probably come back and we'll finish off these at some point, but I'm not worried about it. We can move on to melting and getting kraut and moving on to whatever this is. But in good old-fashioned, we'll leave that for next episode. So, oh, thank you guys so much for watching. We will have a lot more of this, including Chapter 3 in the next episode, but there is probably going to be another episode other than this before the next episode of this. Probably another colonist stream, maybe Forever Factory. We'll see what the future holds. We will probably be adjusting the timing between videos as well, depending on how things go. However, until the next one, whether it is this, whether it's Forever Factory, whether it is colonist stream, I cannot wait to see you until then. Peace.